Hello everybody and welcome back to Analog Vernacular. Today we're going to be playing some more Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Last time we did a ton of supports, an hour and 44 minutes basically of supports. The only ones that are left are the ones with Byleth. So, we'll be able to do some of those when we do our Explore session. Should we look at certifications before we do this though? I mean, we've finally unlocked master classes on some people, but we're working on a lot of things in intermediate and advanced still on a bunch of people. So I don't know if we really need to do much in regards to classes, class master, or certifications. I mean. Okay. So, we only need to look at our 30s. Yeah, we're gonna work you towards a Valkyrie anyway. I wonder if the growths on this is worth putting her into. She's currently equipped as a dancer. What I need to do is I need to look up which classes I want to master to get their skills and have her do those. Because that's probably more important. In the advanced class, this one that she's got here, what is it? The one she has unlocked. Does it show up here if we've already done it? Warlock. No, Bishop. I'm guessing that one's a resistance up, and I'm guessing Warlock is a magic up one, if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, maybe I'll have to look at those and decide what I want to do. But I'm wondering if her growths, if it would be worth it to put her in Gremory. And she looks good. Look at her. Alright. Leonie got her 30. Ooh. Maybe I should try and class her into that so she's ready to go into it. When she finishes Wyvern, it would make sense to put her straight into that. So let's go ahead and save and try it. Good job, girl. All right.
All that hard work.
Some extra resistance, I like that. Alright. Anybody else hit 30? Nope. Okay. What is Seth at right now? He's at 24, so yeah, he is behind the team quite a bit. But if we really wanted to add him to the team, he could probably catch up. Probably not going to do that, though. We've got enough people on our team. Okay, let's check and see if there are any more master seals to buy. No. Okay. We haven't... Yeah, we haven't sold these in quite some time. We have a lot of money sitting in here, huh? Oh my god, 14? Oh, cool. Okay, let's explore. Yeah. We're gonna get that a lot.
Looks like I've got them all.
What are you doing?
Just wrapped up on a task. All finished now, though.
Any more details than that? Is that what you just wrapped up?
Oh, you mean this? I use it to write down the names of everyone I've lost over the years.
That's
We lost a lot of lives back in the war. Some of them were only with me a little while. Some of them were family to me.
So what you wrote in your old notebook?
Is what I write in this one. I used the old one to practice writing like the Elder taught me, way back when. Then I repurposed it. Somewhere along the way, I figured I should record the names of those I've lost. The ones I failed to protect.
Wow.
There's nothing we can do for the dead. Not in this world. Not really, anyway. And it's not like we know what happens after. So writing their names down here, that's all just for me. For the one who's still around. After all, they deserve to be remembered. Even if they're not here to see it. We all shared the same dream. They lost their lives to build that dream. And as their leader, it's on me to remember them, however I can.
I can see why you might do that.
If you can see why I do that, then that's something, I guess. Well, anyway, make of my notebook what you will. It doesn't matter much to me. If you go before I do, I'll make sure to add you in here as well.
I mean, I'm not necessarily one of your people. I just mean that much to you, huh?
You may not be one of my people per se. At this point, I do have to admit that I can count on you.
So, the people of Abyss were involved with the war too.
I kinda get the sense that if I hang around you, that dream I've been grasping for will become all the more real. So, do me a favor and don't go dying on me, okay?
Same to you.
It'd take a lot to get rid of me. I was born under a particularly lucky star. Cat got your tongue? Looks like you want to say something but don't know how.
So much talk of names, and yet I don't know yours. Not your real one.
That again? You don't give up easy, do you? Alright, I'll toss you a bone. My name's not actually my name. But it's the one I'm enrolled with here at the Academy. The one I've hung on to as the adoptee of House Row. Come to think of it, the last I heard someone use my real name was... a very long time ago. From my mom. Who knows? Maybe someday I'll tell you. Perhaps if you decide to pursue that dream alongside me, you'll find out.
Interesting. So, I think that's implying that we don't get to hear his new name and his supports unless we S-rank him. It's either that, or he'll tell us in a paralogue coming up. But I think that it really means that you probably need to S-rank him to get that. Huh, that's kind of interesting and cool. I'm sorry everybody, I know some people really want me to S-rank Yuri in this playthrough. But he's all Bernie's. I don't care what you guys say, I'm making that happen. It's important to me, okay? It's important to me. Yuri and Bernie is going to happen.
Thank you so much.
I feel very strongly about it.
I am grateful.
Okay, we have some new stuff that we can unlock down here, if I'm not mistaken. So this will be an interesting explore session. Also, I do believe, is it true that there are books to read in post-time skip in here, or no? I could have sworn somebody said that. That at some point in the game, there will be more books to read in this library. But that does not seem to be the case yet. Did I get some bad information, or will there be books to read in here someday? Let me know.
Professor!
Hey you, listen up. I've got something to report. It's you. You're still alive. It's been 5 whole years, hasn't it? Time flies when you're standing guard. That's right, I've been here the whole time. Day in and day out. Not like I have anywhere else to be. Looks like the Knights of Ceres have returned. I wonder if Mr. Backup is back too.
So does that mean that Yuri was here this whole time too, just chilling in the underground? Maybe all 4 of the DLC characters were chilling here. Mr. Backup? Who are you talking about?
Listen,
what does he mean?
That's right, I've been here the whole time. Looks like the Knights of Ceres have returned. I wonder if Mr. Backup is
Oh,
back
his
too.
friend! Yeah, that's right. His friend that he was so sad was gone from the church, and then he came back the last month of the pre-time skip. Nice. How's it going, girl? I like your new hair. And dress.
Oh, you have the look of someone relieved to see
I am.
me.
It's good to see you, Constance.
Before you ask, yes, my superior spellcraft is yours. It's your reward for waiting so patiently for me.
It would help me a lot. You are very strong.
Your quick acceptance of the truth is gratifying. But my assistance has a price. I expect you to aid me in fulfilling my dream of restoring House Nouvelle.
Oh yeah, now we have advanced drills. Good. Good. More options is, okay by me.
Oh no, a lot of folks cleared out once the fighting started. People are saying it was the church that used to keep order around here. But it's Yuri who's saving us from complete chaos.
Yeah, the church kind of just cleared out, huh? Okay, influencer.
Need something?
So summon the Way Seer, increase the number of residents in Abyss, and unlock new activities.
This one?
Boom. A renowned astrologer has come, and a new quest has been unlocked. Check the bulletin board for details. Okay, organize the Shadow Library. Oh, here we go. Increase the number of residents in Abyss and unlock new activities. Maybe this is what unlocks the books. More people will now visit the Shadow Library, so a new quest has been unlocked. Check the bulletin board for details.
See you again soon.
Cool.
These past 5 years have been so chaotic, even the bounty hunters backed off. I kinda miss the chase. I don't have family ties worth fighting for, so these muscles are up for grabs. Use me as you see fit, pal.
I will. I'll put you to good use. I'm not so sure about your motivation, my man.
By that, you mean, thank you, magnanimous king of grappling. Yeah? Well, you're welcome. If you're worried my skills have dulled from disuse, think again. I've been fighting thieves to stay sharp. Got a favor to ask.
It seems some villages out near Fodlan's Throat have been having some trouble with thieves lately. Holst asked for help dealing with the problem. You mind coming along? You've received a request from Balthus concerning thieves near Fodlan's Throat. He would appreciate your help in dealing with them. Killer Knuckles Plus. Nice. I'll take it. Are Killer Knuckles... I don't think those are a thing, right? I don't think those... Are they a thing? I don't remember ever getting Killer Knuckles. There's a huge lack in the fist department of, like, unique style weapons. So are Killer Knuckles, like, super rare? Have I had them before? Is my memory just lost? Okay, probably... Well, let's just check and see if there's anything new that we know. I mean, I don't remember that well what all was in here, so... But... Yeah, all those are still limited to 1. I'm not sure I even have an evasion ring. That could be useful. Magic bow. Don't think I have one of those yet. Maybe. Maybe at some point we'll get some of those. We'll see.
Well, hello. It's been a while, hasn't it? Are you really so surprised to see me here? I flew here just as soon as I heard you were alive. I care more than you may realize.
I'm happy you came.
Are you now? I will admit, hearing that does make my heart flutter a bit. So long as our efforts are aligned, I'll happily work alongside you.
You're back finally.
Oh, look at her
I've
design.
been waiting for so long. I thought you might have died. But I didn't have anywhere else to go, so I stayed here.
I love it. She looks great. Thanks for sticking around.
You're welcome. It wasn't easy. I've been kinda lonely. As you might have noticed, we've lost a few people down here.
Not having Happy on the team still hurts me.
I could use your help.
A fortune teller recently set up shop in Abyss. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in, why not drop by? Seek out the Way Seer, said to be in Abyss. Perhaps she can offer insight into getting to know your allies. Okay, finally. I've been waiting a long time to figure out what this is about. I have no idea what this is.
Why, hello there.
Give some of your renown to the Way Seer, and she can tell you about the bonds between your allies. Okay, so this is how I'm going to make sure that Yuri and Bernie hook up. Strengthen bond, analyze the prospective relationship between the selected pair, and boost their support points. Does not work on pairs who are already very close. Okay, so we can actually use renown to boost supports then, huh? Connect fates, foresee the destinies of a deeply bonded pair, and either entwine them together or separate them from one another. Okay, here we go. Here we go. We can connect fates. Let's see. Yuri and Bernie, where you at? Where is it? Where is it? Why is it not an option? No. Why isn't it an option? Do they not have enough affinity together already? Like, we can't strengthen their bond because they're already A-ranked, right? Yes.
If it is your wish. Everything is within your grasp.
I wonder how much I would need to do that to get them paired.
If it is your wish. Everything is within your grasp.
Maybe I should look up how this works before I continue doing this.
If it is your wish. Everything is within your grasp.
Okay, let's look at that again. Because it gives us, yeah, so they're already at rank A, so it's not so much about that necessarily. But at some point, they will be connected enough that... Oh, look, right there! Oh, because it listed Bernie first. I kept looking here. Ah, look at that giant heart now. Whoops. Yeah, let's do the... Spend 10,000? Yes, I just want that one to happen.
If it is your wish.
That's expensive. Okay, closer to the end of the game,
Everything is within
we'll
your
take another look at
grasp.
this and see who else we might want to connect. I probably won't touch this much until we get to the end of the game. And then we'll see who's close to one another, who we may want to guarantee pairings with, and go from there. Like, I would not mind doing Hilda and Balthus, if I decide that I don't want to do the Claude and Hilda. I think I actually like the pairing of Hilda and Balthus more, although that hurts a little bit because I really do like Hilda and Claude as well, but... Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm making the Bernie one happen, though.
Come back soon now.
And it's probably not even worth it to connect them. I bet you we could just make it
Why,
happen in the
hello
end
there.
by strengthening bonds for much, much cheaper.
Come back soon now.
But, yeah. That's cool that that exists, though. Oh, let's go turn this in.
Thanks for giving me a hand.
You're welcome, girl. You look great. Love the boots. Those boots are fucking sick. That's hot. We should get Byleth a pair of boots like that. You deserve it, girl. Okay.
Professor.
There are more people in here now. Maybe nothing will happen until we do whatever quest it is that's involved with this, which doesn't appear to be in Abyss right now. So let's go back upstairs to the monastery. I love it when we get new material. I really, really do. Nice. All right, Claude and Byleth. This one will probably be very good.
Oh, hey there. What are you doing up at this hour?
Yeah, I could ask you the same question.
My brain's just busy. Thoughts keep going around and around in there, and meanwhile my eyes are wide open. At times like this, I like to gaze up at the stars to clear my head. I've been that way since I was a kid. Looking up at the big starry sky makes my dreams feel small, which makes it feel like I can actually make them come true. I didn't believe in gods when I was a kid. Maybe that's because the night sky took their place for me. Hey, Teach, will you talk with me a while?
You bet.
I bet you figured this out, but I wasn't born in Fodlan. Where I come from, the people of Fodlan are looked down on as cowards. Technically, that cowardice runs in my veins. On my mother's side, anyway.
Okay, there it is. So his father's Almiran, his mother is Alliance. There we go. I just couldn't remember that.
That's why the people who were around me when I was growing up thought of me as an outsider. But I don't believe the people of Fodlan are cowards. That kind of perspective is just based on ignorance. The person from Fodlan who I know best is my mother. She fell in love with a man from the wrong side of the border and had the guts to leave home to pursue that love.
That's right.
I
Man,
always
forgot so
threw
much
that
about
in the
his
faces
story.
of anyone who tried to make a fool of me. My mother is proof the people of Fodlan aren't all cowards.
Yeah, so she was a noble who left Fodlan and had him. Okay.
Just saying that doesn't achieve anything, though. I need to destroy the prejudices that have taken root in my homeland. That's why I came here, to see Fodlan with my own eyes. I thought I might be able to find a new perspective that could help me change things. And what did I find? That the people here view anyone who's an outsider as a beast of sorts. I was shocked. Even though our cultures and beliefs are completely different, our two lands have that much in common. That's when I realized the only way to change things is to bring the whole world together and start anew. That's the dream I've been working towards since I first entered the Officers Academy 5 years ago. To unify the Alliance, and then all of Fodlan, and to bring a new set of values to this new land of mine. After that, I'd expand that vision to the rest of the world, break down the walls and let a new perspective come rushing in. Start all over.
So, in a sense, his whole thing is about, like, basically world domination. It's just like, it doesn't seem like his methods are necessarily born from violence, though, which is the big difference, right? Am I understanding this correctly? Because, I mean, earlier I was talking about how maybe it's just that he wants borders to kind of, like, soften and for countries to get along, but he actually is talking about unifying. And it could still mean in that sense, though. Unification doesn't necessarily mean it's under one governmentship, right? It's hard to know what he's going for there. Is it that he wants all government to fall across the world, like one government to rule everything? Or is it more that he just wants them unified and peaceful? Unified in the way that they're all allies.
Do you think that's just a crazy pipe dream or a brilliant ambition?
Well, I mean, can you rise to the challenge of that ambition? It's a big ask, not gonna lie. It being my cynical self in the real world, I would say here in the real world, no way. Nobody could ever achieve it. Ever.
Not too long ago, I would have said it was too much for me to accomplish on my own. But that's not how I feel anymore. And that's because I have you on my side now. Lately,
I don't believe in
I've spent a lot
humanity
of
that
time
much.
thinking about how I wouldn't have made it this far without you. You and me, Teach. We can go anywhere. Do anything.
Too many selfish and
I
shitty
hope
people
that
in
you
the world
always
for
walk
me.
in step with me. At least, until the day comes when we can look out at the peaceful world we've built. Together.
No, I view it more as a unifying the world in peace, rather than like a dominating single government, which sounds absolutely terrifying to me. If that's what Claude is going for, I'm behind you, buddy. Sounds good. But if it's just one giant government ruling everything, ugh, don't trust that one bit. Okay, so who do we need to do the sauna with? So, I mean, we could do it with Lysithia, possibly, to help her get... I mean, if we're working towards Valkyrie, that one's going to take a long time. So if we help her with her horseback by doing the sauna with her, that could be very helpful. So, yeah, let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. So, and eventually we'll want to do that with Constance as well. Think we might be good here. There we go, perfect. Got us both. Oh my gosh, look at all of those exclamation points on the map. What?
It's not just for my village that I'm fighting alongside you here, you know. It's also that Captain Gerald asked me, his first and greatest apprentice, to look out for you. Of course, it wouldn't be enough just to keep you alive. It's my duty to make sure you win, too. So do your best, Professor, and count on me to watch your back.
country with no king has no future. That's why I made my way here. Professor, don't let me down.
Country with no king? I guess we probably haven't heard that Dimitri's probably dead.
You'll understand soon enough.
Except that he's not, but nobody knows that yet.
Professor. Well met, Professor. I trust that you have not had any complaints about me lately.
Well, I mean, I've been asleep for 5 years, so nobody's been able to, so I don't know if that's accurate. I haven't. Should I be worried, Lorenz?
Do you find it concerning that I've ceased making advances toward the ladies? I've decided that it would be inappropriate for me to continue my search for a spouse while we are at war. I expect that means you will not be receiving any more complaints. I hope that puts you more at ease.
No, we actually know that that's true because he's basically said as much to Hilda.
Actually, the introspection I've gained setting aside my search has motivated me to amend my conduct.
So you're finally admitting that your conduct was problematic a little bit?
Not the phrasing I'd choose, but you're not wrong. Selfishly pursuing my own desires caused me to behave inconsiderately. For instance, it was arrogant and rude to invite ladies to dine with me purely to evaluate them. Our experiences in battle have also given me cause to doubt certain preconceptions I once held. Previously, I had considered it a requirement for my future spouse to come from a noble line. I once thought that commoners lacked the power to influence the wider world, as history might suggest. To find a commoner who made a real impact, one has to look all the way back to Nemesis. That was my belief at any rate. But I realized that I've actually had an influential commoner right in front of me all along.
This is where I remind you that I'm literally the goddess. Commoner. How rude.
Don't you see? I'm referring to you. You may wield the power of a crest, but you are so much more than just that. You have managed to charm everyone around you, to compel them to trust and follow you. Though you may not realize it, that is no mean feat. It is altering the course of history in Fodlan. Your example puts my prior beliefs to shame.
I mean, not everything in your beliefs was completely wrong.
I appreciate the kind words. I have always sought to embody the ideal of nobility. That, at least, is a goal I continue to stand by. But now I know that bloodline alone is not sufficient to gauge a person's worth. I've learned much of this from you. You are humble and open-minded, despite your power and skill. That is why I, at least, find you so charismatic. Perhaps that is the wrong way to say it. What I mean is that you set an admirable example. I can only hope someday to be your equal. Of course, you had better keep an eye on me, because I can achieve anything I set out to do. For I am none other than the handsome and talented Lawrence Hellman Gloucester.
This guy.
At last, I return to my domain. My lonely paradise. My realm of exquisite solitude. Huh? Professor? Is that you? You didn't hear that just now, did you?
What would you say if I told you that Yuri was out here? Yeah, sorry, I did.
Oh, forget you heard anything!
Hi there. I'm pretty headstrong, but Claude could give me a run for my money. I mean, he's dragged the knights into this. You ought to be careful, Professor.
Oh, I'll be fine.
I wonder if you've got a hidden headstrong side. You must be hiding it really
Oh
well,
boy,
though.
do I. I can be so stubborn when I want to be. View quest. 2 of them, huh?
Excuse me.
Alright, gather
could you
requested
do me a
resources and
favor?
deliver them. Okay, I probably already have what I need.
Excuse me.
And
Could you
find
do
some
me a
flowers and give them to
favor?
Hilda as a gift. Okay, but I can turn both
I'm
those in
pretty
right
headstrong,
now.
But
Do I gift this to you?
you're sweet.
No? Okay, the globe. Oh, I'm supposed to find specific ones. Okay. Gladiolus. Well, there you go.
I'm pretty
Maybe? Yeah, whatever. We'll figure it out later. Speed carrot, nice. I could definitely use more speed. I need 1,000 of those, man. Maybe I should look up which things give us the speed carrot and try and really go after that one. Don't really need flowers right now. I wonder if it's the root vegetable one. That would make sense, wouldn't it? Carrots are root. Are those considered root vegetables?
I'm pretty headstrong.
Okay, nobody's up in the dorms.
Do you have time for a request?
The fish seems skittish lately. It's said that every 5 years in the wake of a storm, a mystery fish appears and eats up all the other fish in the pond. They call it the big one. I thought that was just a legend, though. Catch the big one, the mysterious fish of legend that is said to have appeared in the fishing pond. Okay, can I do that one right now? Probably. Haven't done fishing in a while, have I? I'm guessing it'll be a unique fish, which has a very specific icon for it. So maybe I should wait the 3 times and see if we can get it. That might be it. Well, this one has varying speeds.
You've done me a great service.
Beautiful.
Professor! Oh my, it's so good to see
Always
you.
good to see you too, Dorothea.
These days, so many old friends seem to be disappearing. But you're here. It's incredible to see you again after 5 years. I have a feeling your name will go down in history.
Professor! I'd given up on ever seeing you again. Where have you been hiding? Anyway, now that we're reunited in the land of the living, I must fulfill my promise.
Right, the promise.
That's right. I promised the captain I'd protect you in his stead, and now I'll make good on my word.
Professor? Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. You know, it's such a thrill to be able to greet you like this again. I almost died as well in the battle 5 years ago, but I won't allow any enemies to get into this place again. I promise you that. Even if the Death Knight shows up, I'll be sure to, well, For now, I'll keep training, so I can eventually feel confident that I can stop him.
Professor!
Hey!
Got a favor to ask.
I want to start a collection that chronicles the history of Fodlan, but I'm having trouble getting my hands on anything significant. Honestly, it might be easier to excavate an artifact rather than trying to find one for sale. Search for a remnant that the merchant would be proud to add to their collection. Is this the quest that's gonna... No, this is a blue one, so it's a DLC quest. So it's not the one that unlocks this. That's a little later, I think.
There's unrest everywhere these days. All of my fellow merchants seem to be endangered. I hope things go back to normal soon. People need more to smile about, aside from my great deals. Hey, how about a favor?
It seems that there are some rare, valuable secrets circulating on the battlefield. I'd like you to collect a number of these for me, should you have an opportunity to do so. Auxiliary and quest battles. Yep, valuable secrets. More of that. More of that.
Professor?
Oh, absolutely.
Dear Goddess,
What's your secret?
I ask for guidance.
Please tell me.
Professor, you're always watching over me, aren't you?
Of course.
I've spent my entire life avoiding people. Speaking to others was so difficult for me, so I made a point to always be alone. Animals and the goddess were the only ones I could really open up to. Do you remember the time you asked what it was I prayed for?
For thanks and protection?
Yes, but that wasn't the case. Back then, I felt that my life served no purpose, and that I was nothing more than a burden. In truth, I was begging the goddess to take me to her. That was my daily prayer. But now I fear the idea of dying and being left alone. I have friends who accept me for who I am now, in spite of my crest. And I have you watching over me. I finally learned to accept the kindness and warmth of others. It's because of you, Professor. Because of you, I've decided to live. I'm sorry to have worried you, but I'm all right now. Even if I'm separated from you or any of my friends, the memories I've made here will give me the strength to continue on.
You should look to the future instead of the past. From now on, we'll look to the future together. How about that?
Oh, I'm sure I'll have the strength to move forward if we're together.
She must be protected. Oh, I want to know about her crest so badly. How's it going, girl? Love your updated design.
Professor, I have a proposal. Why not go beyond the Knights of Seros? Instead, uniting with allies from all across Fodlan to fight for our cause. Looking back, it would have been best to ally with the Kingdom and join forces against the Empire. But now the Kingdom is not exactly, well...
You're not wrong. That is the way to do it.
Hey, I could use a hand.
Recently, pirates have been raiding coastal towns in the Serang region. People say that they're attacking innocent civilians and sinking merchant ships. Think you can do something about that? The soldiers obtained information about pirates, head to the Serang region to take them out.
I need a favor.
Some soldiers stationed at Fodlan's Lock had abandoned their posts. They weren't what you'd call upstanding folks. It would be a real headache for us if they became bandits, and started wreaking havoc in the towns. The soldiers obtained information about the deserters. It seems they are skilled soldiers, so you should persuade them to join you.
Professor, I have written to my father to signal my intention to remain here. Not that I require his approval to do so. There is not much for me to gain by returning to Alliance territory now. But by staying, I will be able to influence the course of events directly on the field of battle.
Will you get along with the Alliance leader?
We will not be friends, but I will cooperate with him as much as is necessary to secure victory.
I don't know, you guys seem to have come to a mutual understanding and respect in your last support. I think you can do it.
Fighting alongside you and everyone else is a dream come true, Professor. And don't worry about my little sis. Right now, she's back home helping out with the family business. I kind of figured I was going to be stuck going back and taking over for her. But thanks to you and Claude, I get to work on my dream of becoming a proper knight.
Oh, I miss your updated design too. Oh, Annie, your sweetheart.
Members of the Knights tell me that Father left
She's
their ranks
great.
5 years ago. They say he announced he was returning to the kingdom, but nobody's heard from him since. I haven't received word that he went back home to Mother. Where could he be? Where are you, Father?
Such a bad dad. Come on, Gilbert.
Professor. Hey, Professor. I think you've been working too much lately. The battle's gonna keep going with or without you, but you're the one doing the most out there. It's real impressive how you can focus on giving orders and fighting. I don't think I could do both in the same battle. I see you running all over the place, even after the battle's over. I just don't want you to wear yourself out.
You know what? Maybe I am tired. You're right.
You gotta take a break when you can. Even when you're feeling fine, it could suddenly hit you. No offense, Professor, but don't you think some folks might be taking advantage of you? Claude keeps asking you to do things, but you never say no. Like when you gave that speech to the troops. That didn't seem like something you wanted to do. I know you gotta follow orders on the battlefield, but you shouldn't have to do things off the battlefield if you don't wanna.
Hey, you've done things you didn't want to do before.
What do you mean? Like studying? Sure, it's not my favorite thing in the world, but that was to keep my little sis fed. I had good reason for it.
So do I. Same for me.
The same, huh? I think I get what you mean. You do things you don't want to do for the sake of everyone else. That's real noble of you, Professor. I guess I can't get in your way if you're doing it for the right reasons. Okay then. I'm gonna keep trying to do my best. But now, I'm gonna do it for you. My little sis is important to me. But you're real important too. I always work hard for the people who matter to me. And having more of them in my life just means I gotta work even harder. What do you think?
I think you're important to me too, Roth.
Really? I wasn't expecting you to say that.
Blush.
You're gonna make me blush.
You are.
We gotta keep working hard together then. At least until this war's
It's too
over.
late, man. You're already
I'll
blushing.
work to make sure you don't collapse from exhaustion. You got nothing to worry about, Professor. I've been training non-stop. I got your back, no matter what.
Okay.
Hey, Professor! You won't believe what happened. I figured I couldn't go back to the Empire after Garreg Mach fell, so I started drifting across the Kingdom and Alliance. Then, I just happened to run into our old class, so we came back to the monastery together.
It's kind of sad. Like, he kind of had to be estranged from his father and everything, and he just wandered for a long time. It's kind of sad. Feel a little bad about that. Glad to have him on the team, but it's still sad.
If you don't mind.
You're not the one who was down below, were you?
I have a favor to ask.
You know what? It might be. It seems a list of rare books about the Church of Seros does not make that the Church of Seros does not make publicly available has turned up in Abyss. If you could somehow get your hands on that list, Go to Abyss and search for the list of rare books. Once you've found the list, you should consider visiting the archives in Abyss. You may discover new information you wouldn't normally be able to find. Here we go! There we go, banned books. Ooh, that could be illuminating. Yes, please.
How incredible. What a striking color. Ah, Professor, look at this stone. Such a brilliant blue. You don't normally find stones like this around here. I ought to grind it down. I wonder if it would still be the same color.
Why would you grind it down? He's making paints. But we've already seen this one.
To make pigment for my art.
Multiple times.
Good supplies don't come cheap. I prefer to make my own. Blue is especially expensive. How fortunate that I chanced upon this remarkable blueness. Oh, I'm sorry. There I go again, blathering on and on about painting.
Well, it's just a hobby, right?
Oh, yes. But I know that I can get rather caught up in it and, enthusiastic. You know, Professor, no matter how impassioned I become about my art, you never hold it against me. One could argue that I'm better off preparing for our next battle. I am becoming a knight.
Wouldn't you rather become an artist?
Oh, Professor, please don't say things like that. I gave up on my artistic dreams long ago. To support my family, I will be a knight. That's that.
I think you'll regret that choice.
No, I won't. I'm doing the right thing. I'll continue with my art as a hobby. I don't think I could ever give it up. When I see something beautiful, I can't suppress the urge to paint it. I don't have a choice. And if my art can bring happiness to even one person, that's good enough for me.
Well, as long as you're sure, Ignatz.
Professor, I have a favor to ask. I'm painting a portrait right now. When it's finished, I'd like to give the piece to you. Would you take it? Perhaps it can bring you a little happiness. That will have made the effort well worth it. Oh, excellent! Is that a promise? Because I'm really going to put my heart in it. That is, I'm going to enjoy partaking in this casual hobby of mine.
Most of our team are naturally going to get full motivation just by doing all of these supports,
Right.
so that's nice.
Hey, I'm more of a mercenary than a knight these days. I work to get paid. I never was too attached to Fodlan. I was considering leaving soon, but I might change my mind if you're around.
Yeah, you should stick around, girl.
In Lady Rhea's absence, I will follow you. That's what she would want me to do. Know that wherever you might lead us, I'll continue searching for Lady Rhea.
That's fine.
Good, because I will not budge on that point. Welcome back,
I know
Professor.
you won't, Catherine.
During the Millennium Festival, the leaders of all territories were supposed to gather together and pledge perpetual peace. But now that hope has been dashed, thanks to the Emperor's actions. The kingdom is also vastly different than before. I guess we'll never return to the world as it was 5 years ago.
Okay, we're at that arena place underground.
Another failure!
What is she doing?
How? Was there an error in my calculations? I had precious few materials as things stood. Where will I get more once these run out?
I'm really sorry, Constance. This
Oh,
was
don't
important
act
to you,
so rueful.
clearly.
You carried out my directions faithfully. Neither the credit nor the blame ought to be yours. My grand achievement is further away than I had hoped. House Nouvelle's future seems so dim.
Keep trying. You'll get it. I can't...
You're correct, of course. I mustn't be discouraged.
I can't quite remember what happened earlier on in her support. I'm guessing that she had a plan for doing something that would, you know, gain favor for her house name, but I can't remember what it was.
It is hard to maintain one's patience after 5 years. But in the greater context of the history of House Nouvelle, 5 years is barely worth counting.
That's the spirit.
I have been in a low place indeed to require so much reassurance. And for your reassurance, I am truly grateful. You have spurred me to continue my research. You've been useful to me in many ways, in fact. Research assistant, confidant, test subject. All of this is preparing you well for your greater role to come.
Which is what exactly? I'm a little scared.
My personal attendant. There
Yeah.
are few as naturally servile as you in all of
Oh
Fodlan.
dear.
When House Nouvelle is at long last restored, we simply must find the proper position for you.
Yeah, we should hook her up with Lauren's.
Granted, this will be difficult, perhaps even impossible to accept, given your current status. But I rarely let the impossible stop me. I shall see it all done. The restoration of my house, installing you as my servant, and more. Are you ready for the next steps?
I'm glad you've perked up. I won't be your servant.
Oh, come now, my sulk ended minutes ago. Do keep up. But on the rare occasion that I find myself at a loss, I grant you permission to lift my spirits.
Of course. Yeah, when I do
don't
my
know
Blue
that
Lions
I care for the hint
maddening,
of resignation in your tone, but no
Happy
matter.
will be on the main team,
I expect
for sure.
you to do your all for the sake of my house nonetheless.
Oh girl, you're crazy.
What the?
Okay.
In the Alliance, the Lords have been at odds, so peace and prosperity have declined there as well. In particular, bandits have been appearing in large numbers near the Great Bridge of Murden. Rumor has it that the domain's lord, someone by the name of Acheron, is a completely ineffectual leader.
Ugh, you're not wrong. Fuck that guy. He sucks so bad.
Right, right.
Teach.
Hello.
Hey there, my friend. It's funny how the monastery was once in ruins, but now it's downright bustling. Thanks to a little promise 5 years ago, our buddies have all gathered, and even the knights have returned. It's like we were all just waiting for you to awaken. And now, we're all going to band together against the Imperial Army. You should go and talk to everyone if you can. There may be some who are still on the fence.
Yes. During his search for Her Grace, the Archbishop, Seteth has visited churches all across the land. It served to demonstrate to the devout across Fodlan that the Church of Seros is still going strong. As a result, the faithful are not currently in a state of chaos.
Professor, I am so glad you are unharmed. No matter the path you walk, I will be with you every step of the way. Anything you ask of me, I shall see it through. You saved my life, and I am in your debt.
Professor. Apologies for bothering you so late. I just really wanted to speak with you.
This one probably isn't an A. I don't... No, actually, because we made her part of the team for a little bit. She might actually be at her A rank already. I'm happy to listen. What's up? But this might be
Thank
a B.
you. You see, I've been feeling conflicted about my future. It may seem petty to worry about such things in the middle of a war like this.
Well, let's hear it anyway. I'm listening.
This isn't something I open up about with many people. Feeling such a sense of inner turmoil while a war rages on, and others are fighting with all they have, well, it feels a little selfish. The truth is, I've wanted to be a knight ever since I was a small child. Not just any knight, like one you might find serving within the castle guard, but a true knight, one serving a master. However, my father has always had different plans for me. He wants me to marry, for the benefit of the Galatea family.
You don't have to do what you don't want to, you know.
Defying my father feels wrong. I've seen how he struggled over the years.
I mean, I understand that, but have you told him how you feel? Because maybe he would actually listen. Maybe.
His burden
it's worth a shot at the very
has always
least.
been far greater than any I've had to bear myself. While he fed me extravagant meals, he subsisted on meager portions and watered-down soups.
This game is full of bad dads. I don't think hers is one of them.
He never once complained, even though he must have been starving. Knowing his sacrifices, I've never been able to tell him of my dream of becoming a knight. Although ultimately, I find myself betraying his wishes. Now that I've parted ways with my father, there is nothing to stop me from pursuing my dream. But even if I do become a knight, I feel an unease deep within me. I fear I will never escape this guilt I carry, that I have shunned my duty as a noble.
Is there any way you could do both?
To follow both my dream and my duty? I had never considered that as an option. Perhaps there is a way. Even with the academy days long behind us, you're still a professor through and through. Always listening to others' troubles and offering up your wisdom. I really am grateful for all that you do for us, Professor. I hope you'll always be here as a guide to everyone. I know I myself would appreciate that deeply.
I'm the heir of House Gautier, and I'm fighting alongside a bunch of Alliance people? I can just imagine my father's face contorted in anger, and the delightful words he must have used to describe me. I don't know how staying and fighting for Fargus would have helped. Sorry, Professor. I don't regret my decisions. I'm just thinking out loud. And I'm hoping I haven't made a big mistake.
Alliance and Kingdom should have unified a long time ago, Sylvain. Like, your father should be in the same fight that the Alliance is in. Common enemy with the Empire? No reason not to join forces. That's one thing that would have been nice if the writers would have included why that didn't happen, what sort of tensions kept that from happening. That would have been interesting to me. I would have enjoyed that at the very least. Just understanding that, like, maybe they didn't do that because, you know, whatever political reasons and, you know, petty bullshit that might be going on that kept them from joining together against the Empire.
Edelgard is controlling the Empire. She is putting the pressure on the Kingdom and Alliance. Empire and religion are at open war. It will be difficult for us at first, but corrupt nobles are many. That means the common people will rebel and be joining our side. With you, Professor, the battle tides will turn. I have certainty.
Petra, you're a national treasure. In Fodlan and Bridget.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna make this episode an extra long one, just like we did the last one, just because I don't want to have too many episodes and, you know, have this go on for too long. All of this exploring and supports and stuff. So we'll just make these 2 episodes a little bit longer. That way we can get back to making some progress.
Professor. 5 long years I've searched for you and the Archbishop. It is a pleasure to see you again. The Church of Seros will follow you from now on, but please do not abandon the search for Lady Rhea.
I won't. We'll do whatever it takes to find her.
Thank you. I know the battles ahead will be dire, but we will support you with all our strength.
I just hope this one doesn't end like Church Route, where we, you know, beat the Empire and then we come back here and we have Rhea and she goes mad again and have it be poorly explained again. I don't want that to happen in this one. I'd be a little disappointed if it happened exactly that way. Because I felt like the Church Route kind of like sprung that last mission on us where we had to fight Rhea, and it didn't make a lot of sense. They didn't explain it well. It just kind of came out of nowhere and was not incredibly well done.
My Professor, you haven't changed a bit.
So here's to hoping.
At your age, I'd expect your whole demeanor to have changed greatly over 5 years.
Also, please do not tell me if it, like, do not confirm nor deny whether that happens or not. I don't want to know. We'll just let the game happen. Please do not tell me in comments whether I'm right or wrong or anything in between.
Though I suppose I haven't changed either, right? Thank you for noticing, by the way.
You still look great, Manuela.
Thankfully, it appears the records and equipment I need for my research have not been damaged.
You haven't died yet?
I am most curious, though.
So mean to Hanneman.
You say you were asleep for 5 whole years. Incredible. Perhaps this is another effect of your crest. I do look forward to investigating you in greater detail.
I guess his crest research is useful. We can talk about that.
Wonderful news. I am most excited to begin. We must find the time, of course.
Let's see. I don't know anything about rebuilding, but I can sure do my best to clean up the mess. I'm gonna keep Lady Rhea's room spotless, so she can use it right away whenever she gets back. You gotta find her, Professor. You just gotta.
Oh yeah, I think we can go upstairs now. Yep, we can. Cool.
I have lost my dominion. My nobility may seem like nothing more than a title, but I will never lose my noble heart. I will stop Edelgard, even if it costs me my life. I have turned my blade against her now. I cannot go back on that decision. Professor, do you think I chose the wrong path?
Not at all. You're on my side, so, you're on the right path.
You are right.
I may be biased, but... Oh, that's right. There's oftentimes owl feathers in here.
Let's see.
Hi. I've grown weary and impatient. These past 5 years, my hands have been bound. But now, I can finally take action with a clear goal. I'm grateful to you and to everyone.
And what's that goal?
Down with the Empire. Surely peace will soon follow if the Empire is overthrown. Then my parents can finally find peace themselves.
Yeah, it felt so wrong having Lysithea on my Crimson Flower team. I don't know, something about it just felt wrong considering, you know, what those who slithered in the Empire did to her and her family. It just, I don't know, it didn't sit right with me.
The promise was made 5 years ago, but I must say I'm rather impressed by how many of us managed to make it. Personally, I only showed up because I hope to see you again, Professor. I've been with my family in the Empire until recently. I admit to feeling a little guilty betraying Her Majesty, but only a little. Now that we're all together again, I suppose the fighting will begin
But only
soon.
a little. I like how he said that. Thank you. He felt a little dirty saying that, and he was proud of it.
It seems that in the last 5 years, the monks here have left this place for the town below. However, once they learn of our return, perhaps they'll come back. I hope the monastery can return to normal someday.
My dear friend has been behaving strangely. He doesn't seem to have much of an appetite, and he's been neighing less often. I'm afraid he may be sick. Give him some nutritious hay. Oh, come on. I thought she'd be proud of me for knowing she was talking about a horse. Hi, Mercy.
You're here, Professor, along with everyone from our old class. It's like we've gone back in time. When I think that I'll be around you again, all of my sorrows just drift away.
Let's do our best together.
Yes. I'll at least try not to hold anyone back.
How could you ever,
Let's
Mercy?
work together
You're such
for
a
the common
sweetheart.
good, like we did 5 years ago.
She's good people.
Hey, you. Dear God, even with the church in shambles, we can still pray. The goddess will surely hear our prayers. But still, I hope the church can return to its former beauty someday.
Cornerstone fragment. A rare item index. A list of rare items in Fodlan. It probably belongs to someone with a deep interest in rare things.
Really? There's unrest. I hope things. Thanks for finding
A rare item? Post time skip? What?
Oh, good. Thanks.
Oh yeah, we need to try going upstairs. I mean, there's nobody up here, but right now, today. Okay. Now I'm supposed to give you a flower and something else.
I'm pretty headstrong.
Ah, gladiolus. So there's that
You're
one.
Sweet. Thanks so much. You're a sweetheart.
And gather the requested resources. Let's see. An onion and dried vegetables. Do I not have either? Weird. Okay. Let's see if we can buy either or both of those from the... Oh my gosh. I hate this system. I really wish they'd just given us a cursor with the way that that thing jumps around from place to place. It annoys me so much. And it really shouldn't, but it does. Okay, it's not you.
Return soon, please.
Hey, welcome. Come again.
Oh, isn't it this guy who ends up actually selling that kind of stuff? Okay, so I'll have to find out what kind of seeds will get me onions, and I already forgot what the other one was, but we clearly don't have them right now. I'm guessing we have till the end of the month to do it? Does it say? It's only renown and money, so even if we don't get it, it's not even that much renown or that much money, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. Okay.
It's been fixed up quite a bit, but its battle scars aren't so easily erased. To think that a glorious cathedral with a 1,000-year history would end up like this. I'll rebuild this place someday. This cathedral is the symbol of Fodlan. Maybe I should paint a picture of the beautiful cathedral of old. Well, I still remember what it looked like.
Hello, Professor. What brings you here? Fancy a bit of fishing?
No, I saw you here and,
Are you looking for help with something? Ah, no. Your eyes tell a different story. You know, I can hardly go fishing without thinking of old Gerald. He and I would just sit here, casting our lines again and again. I'm no better at it now than I was then. Not a single nibble.
maybe if you were, you know, quieter. Just a tad.
Just like your father. You know all the tricks of the fisherman's trade. I was hopeless at it, but he was a master. In the time it took me to catch one fish, he could fill his basket to the brim. You know, talking to you, I'm feeling very nostalgic. Why don't you join me? We can trade some stories about the old man. We spoke before about how Gerald never seemed to age, right? Once, when he was drunk, he let the secret slip. He said he'd had an infusion of crest-bearing blood, and it had greatly extended his life.
Crests can make people live longer? This blew my mind the first time I heard it. This was like a revelation.
I figured he was joking, so I just laughed it off. Then I asked him his age. He said he'd stopped counting after he hit 100. And he was telling the truth. In those 20 years he was away, he didn't age a bit. An incredible person, to be sure. And I probably don't know the half of it. Actually, I'd like to ask you something about Gerald, if you don't mind. When Gerald was away from the monastery, what was he like?
He did nothing but drink.
In other words, he was exactly the same. When I was his squire, he was always hollering for a drink. He just wouldn't put a cork in it.
Ha! Good joke.
But on the battlefield, he was unequaled. That's why people used to call him the Blade Breaker. I have to say, right now, fishing with you, it really takes me back. This feels just like the good old days, when Gerald was sitting alongside me.
Yeah, Aloise's support is like a really important one just because of that revelation right there.
Hello there.
All right. How's our motivation? Okay, so a few of us need some extra motivation. Now, all of our supports are caught up now, right? So Lysithia's locked, Hilda's locked. We actually haven't unlocked Leonie's. I'm actually surprised by that. Why did we finish Ferdinand's? Oh, we bought his. We bought his to recruit him. That's right. Okay. And Happy's is locked. Well, alright then. So Lysithea. I have Lysithea and Cyril on my list, so let's go ahead and do that. We'll work on their support.
Eating delicious food really takes my worries away.
This is so good. Can I have seconds?
Okay, Happy and Leonie. I think those are the only two. Yeah, so Happy, she needs supports with a couple of the... Does she need it with me as well? No, she's locked, but Happy does need it with all 3 of the DLC characters.
Behold, Professor, we need only sprinkle a bit of this secret ingredient that Happy and I found.
Uh-oh.
And
What is it?
Coco, if you go and tell everyone about it, it's not much of a secret.
Dude, it's like gonna be hallucinogenic or something. They're doing some drugs over here. Okay, Leonie. Who do you need to support with? Me, actually. Yeah, let's just do me. No, that doesn't work. That's not a thing. I'm already gonna gain a little bit of support from that. Okay. Idiot. Leonie actually needs several people to work on. Let's go ahead and do Lorenz. Huh, didn't realize that she was behind on a bunch of these party ones.
Hey, you're cleaning your plate.
You sound like my mother. I shouldn't have skipped that one. I didn't know they had unique dialogue together. Okay, I'm going to do one more, and that's going to be Marianne and Hanneman. We're going to start that, because I really want to learn more about Marianne and her crest, and Hanneman may be able to tell us that. Okay, he hates that. There we go.
I like this dish. It was my father's favorite.
This is my most favorite dish of all.
Hey, we did get some new ones. Okay, Lorenz and Leonie.
Hey, got a minute?
Ah, Leonie, are we to sharpen swords again?
No, I came to give you this handkerchief back. Sorry, I know I held on to it for a while. You lent me this, remember?
I recall giving it to you.
He wants you to keep it.
It is a noble's duty to give to the common folk. In return, the commoner need only pay respect.
That's nice. You left out the part where the nobles take all the stuff the regular folks make?
Yes, the common folk give the fruits of their labor, willingly, I might add, as a token of that respect. The head of San village offers his tribute in exactly that spirit, you know.
San? That's my village. You knew?
Of course. We granted exclusive hunting rights to San and forbade outsiders from poaching. In fact, when we received complaints about just that, we hired mercenaries to deal with the issue.
So that's what brought Gerald.
Interesting.
What was that?
Nothing. Look, just take the handkerchief. I'm returning something I borrowed from a friend.
Very well. As your friend, I will accept it.
You know, I really wish you wouldn't think of nobles as always giving and commoners as only receiving. Friends help each other, without thinking about status. And that help goes both ways.
Quite so. And when I require
Leone?
the aid of a friend, I assure you I will happily recognize it.
You could make Lorenz a better man, I think.
But only with friends. In the main, I must continue to refuse assistance from the common folk. For a noble to accept would be disgraceful.
Huh. I always thought he was just stuck up. Turns
He's
out
that too.
he just has this grand idea of nobility he's trying to live up to. Oh no! I didn't even give him the handkerchief.
That one's kind of sweet, honestly. Yeah, I think that honestly, Lorenz could be well-rounded by having Leone help him with his deficiencies in character, let's say. Okay, we got the first one with Marianne and Hanneman. Let's start.
I should head back.
I hope this gives me some answers.
Finished with your training, Miss Marianne?
If it doesn't, then maybe there's something in the story of the actual Golden Deer that maybe will fill us in on her backstory. I don't know, maybe. That's the only other thing I can think of if one of the supports doesn't tell us that what I'm missing about her crest.
Oh, Professor Hanneman. Yes, I've just finished training for the day.
You have merely completed the exercises assigned to you, yes? Nothing more? Or am I wrong?
Yes. I'm sorry. I should have done more.
No, please. You've done as you were asked. Quite solid work, child. I simply wish to ask a question. You possess a crest, do you not? When you entered the Officers' Academy, your father submitted a request to the monastery, as well as a significant donation. Your father asked that your crest not be confirmed, under any circumstances. At first, I thought he did not want the world to know that his daughter bore no crest. In your father's position as a newly minted noble, it would be most advantageous for his daughter to possess a crest, you see.
Yeah, her father may... Maybe there's something going on with an infidelity. Or... which the crest would reveal if it came from some other house that it's not supposed to. Or maybe she is... not her father's daughter?
However, I am now certain I was wrong. I believe you do, in fact, possess a crest of some sort.
How did you find out?
I have been called the Father of Crestology, which is a bit of an ostentatious title, I admit. However, a brief period of observation allows me to hazard a usually accurate guess as to whether a body houses a crest or not. With the knowledge of your father's actions and my own observations, I come to you with a warning. As a crest-bearer, you are guaranteed to have certain talents. It is prudent to study your crest diligently to ensure your safe mastery of these talents, whatever they may prove to be.
No, I have no talents.
Oh, yes.
You can talk to animals.
You do. No matter how hard you may try to hide it, my sight is keener than that. And what I see, others will eventually notice as well. Those who hold power must wield it in the service of their fellow man, Miss Marianne. I believe that is true, whether you are peasant or noble. And doubly true, I would say, for those with crests. Or do you think I'm wrong? On principle alone, it is a waste to allow a rare talent to remain dormant. I would like very much to advise you to aid your understanding of your crest. Will you accept my offer?
No, I refuse.
Man.
That
What is
is
happening?
regrettable. A veritable tragedy, Miss Marianne.
Like, I keep coming back to, like, maybe she was kidnapped. She talks fondly of her father, but there is a small possibility that even if she was kidnapped, she either does like her newly quote-unquote adoptive father, or she could also have been kidnapped at a younger age because she had a crest, and maybe she remembers her original father, and when she speaks fondly of her father, that's who she's talking about, and maybe that's why she's depressed. There's a lot of possibilities here that are like rolling through my head that are, you know, that I'm unsure of how likely they are or not, but interesting. Okay. I'm going to go to my personal quarters really quickly, and we're going to look and see if there are any new appearance things that have been unlocked. Also, maybe it's a time for us to change your look. Maybe? I really do like the look that she has right now, though. Doesn't look like there's anything new. Yeah, no. That was a pretty good one. I do like Dancer, also. Let's wear some summer wear for a bit. Yeah, we'll keep him in class for battle, I think. Okay, I think everybody has their new look, which I'm perfectly fine with. And there doesn't appear to be anything new, so we're going to leave them in their new designs. So we'll only change Byleth then, for now. Yeah, I love her new design, so good. So good! Okay. Is there anything else? What is the reward for training tournament, I mean? A silver sword plus. That's pretty good. But I think I'd rather just buy weapons like that and craft weapons like that. Speaking of which, let's make sure I have smithing stones. I could have checked beforehand. Oh yeah, I bought a bunch of those. That's right. Okay. Yeah, I'm maxed on smithing stones right now. And in that case, I think we're going to spend the rest of the time training. I should probably work a little bit on some of my magic, as well as what? I think we still do need to work on some flying, if we want to go into any other flying classes. Well, basically the advanced flying classes. I almost want to go Trickster at some point, because it can also use magic. It's fast, it has Canto. So I think at some point I'm going to have Byleth go into the Trickster class. I think that would be fun and interesting. So it could still take advantage of magic as well, which I really like. So yeah, let's focus on working on magic right now then. Faith and Reason. Let's do that for a bit. I don't think I've ever checked to see if the person who does the training, does their level in whatever they're teaching affect how much experience is gained. It looks like if they have a strength, it matters. If something is but that's for me, not them, the person teaching us. So we got 36 from that one. Let's go to Mercedes and see if it's 36 for her as well.
Professor, you're here?
Hers is 26. Oh, no, for this. Yeah, okay. So it might be just about the same. Okay, I've got 4 more training sessions. I think I'll do the rest in reason, because that's the one I'm behind on. And I would like to get some more reason spells.
I've grown it now.
Perhaps.
Okay. And with that, are we done? I think we are. Yep. Okay. So this is where we're going to end this episode. Thank you all for being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Have a good one, everybody.